I'm Julie Twynham, and today we're going to innovate some strengthening with some cans. And depending on the circumference of the can, you are going to choose whichever way you like. I notice that my chickpeas are a little heavier than my mushroom soup, which is my favorite. So I'm going to make sure I sanitize everything, rinse it off if I've just got it from the grocery store, and set it aside for a few minutes. Assume that I've already done all of that. So let's just start into the chickpeas. So one of my favorite exercises is just for the triceps. We're going to add it with the back, a row, extension, up and down. So row, extend, up and down. Great. The slower that you can go with some strength training, the harder the muscles have to work, especially as we are extending the elbow up against gravity. Very good. Ideally, you want to try and perform at least 10 to 15 repetitions each side. Awesome. Think about your posture, think about your breathing. I'm in athletic stance. Very good. Let's try some shoulder rolls, although I did do a warm-up before I got here. Let's try the other side. So up, row, extend, in and down. I always say, if you can say it, you can do it. So this exercise is excellent for the back of the upper arms, as well as if you can squeeze, you'll get a little bit of rhomboid and middle trapezius muscles engaged. Again, try and slow it down and work at the heaviest possible weight you can based on the size of your cans. The other day I showed a jug of cranberry juice, which was quite a bit harder, but because I'm adding a combo exercise, this slows it down and makes it a little bit different. And different is great. We want to add variety, not only to give us spice to our life and life to our years, but to train the muscles in many different movement patterns. Okay, let's try a shoulder roll again to relax. And with these weights now, we can do an overhead press. So I'm going to show you how to turn the hands up and then bring them down. This is a natural path of the shoulders. A lot of times you'll see people just push overhead, and that's harder on the shoulder than pushing the hands together. So start with the hands facing forward, push together, and then come down. Push together, and then come down. And you actually don't have to look at the weights or the cans of chickpeas. You know they're there. Okay, and a little bit of shoulder press, overhead press. Very good. And roll out the shoulders again. We could stand in athletic stance. Again, on the other side to balance the stretch in our hips and our calves. And if it's too hard or you have one shoulder that's a little achy, just try one arm. So we'll do about 10 to 15 reps with one side, and then we'll try the 10 to 15 reps with the other side. Again, there's a variety of lower body positions you can have. I'll show you a bit of variety. I love my balance exercises, but I've been doing a lot of cardio today, so it may not be as good as other days. But that's why we need to train and practice our balance so that it improves and at least maintains. So we're taking this out, pulling it in. Excellent. And shoulder rolls. Great. Let's try a lateral arm raise. This time we'll start with the knees soft, tummy in tight, and we'll just take the arms to shoulder height and down. Again, a little lateral raise with the shoulders, out and up. Very good. So slow it down, do what you need. If one arm is sore, then you can do more what we call unilateral movement, or moving with one arm. If you want to get it done quicker because you don't have, you've got a lot of other things to do today, you can do bilateral movement with 2 arms. So now I'm going to overload and I'm going to do 1 arm for 10 reps. Okay, think about your breathing, think about your posture, keep your knees soft to take the stress off the back. And I'm starting to feel it with the last few reps, so slowing it down and making sure I do enough to feel the muscle working is good, and then we'll go to the other side so that we can balance our shoulders out. And again, the exception is if you have one poor shoulder, maybe you can only go up so far. Normal range of motion would be keeping the wrist below the elbow, below the shoulder. So you don't want to lift too high, otherwise that impinges the shoulders and that is not good for your shoulders. So we want to work with proper technique and range of motion so we add more good and quality exercise than just quantity exercises. Okay, very good. This time we'll take 2 together and we'll reach up overhead and then we'll reach it back. So I'm going to reach up overhead and extend the tins back. Reach up and back. And then I'm starting to feel my upper body, especially when I move my legs. I feel the combination of the quads and the glutes, so I'm really burning the butter, I hope, and working a little bit more functionally. Often when we lift an item or we do a daily activity, we do have to use our legs and some balance with that upper body strength. Great. The last one we're going to do is a little bit of a turn for the forearm, the brachioradialis. So turning the palm down, turning the palm up, turning the palm down, up. So a little bit of pronation and supination with the wrist. There we go. And the elbow, really. Okay. And the other side, it's really the elbow more than the wrist, the more I think about it. And we should always think about keeping our wrists neutral or straight. We don't want to hyperextend them or bring them back too far. We'll then in a position that's really good for your wrists. Again, if you can do 1 final set, palms up, palms down, palms up, palms down. Again, if the shoulders start to ache, take the movement a little bit lower. And if you can keep the feet pedaling, that will help to, again, add a little bit more functional movement. Normally, you would walk up to a door and turn a door. You don't just stand there for 5 minutes and then turn. But if you were opening the can and turning, you may be standing there. So you've got to try exercises many different ways so you train your muscles to move in many different ways. Have fun, and chickpeas are great low-fat fiber, and coupled with stuff will be great protein. Enjoy.